Good morning, everyone. This is Maysha with A Case of Living. And want to remind you all that Gabrielle and I will be doing Twin Flame Tuesday today. Yay! We're not going to get to go to the zoo today. That's having to be put off. But we are getting to the zoo, I promise. So that's coming up. No one's talking about this. Not quite sure why. June is a mirror month. This should be like Twin Flame month for us this year. It's 2022, so the 0 is a blank, it's just holding space. So it's 222, which adds up to 6. So it's 6, whatever the number is in the middle, 6 all month long. And that's a mirror number. So every day in June is a major portal day this year. So that's something that's not being talked about, and how that's escaped all the people who do this. I'm not quite sure. I've kind of wondered since about June 3rd when it hit me. I've been like, how is this escaping everyone? But this is a major mirror month, and so it's a major twin flame month. What I want to talk to you, and I've not been talking about it because I knew Gabrielle and I were going to talk about it, and so I've kind of been waiting for that. But what I want to talk to you about briefly to kind of warm up for the show today is, what do you do when you know that you know that you know who your twin is, and you know that on some level, although they may not identify as twin flame, they may not agree with that terminology, but you know that they know you're their person, but they're just not resonating with that energy. They're not ready to live that life, walk in that energy. Well, you keep being you. You be you. You just be you, whatever that means, and don't let society tell you what that is. If it means that you're not in contact with your twin because that's what your guidance is and that's you being you, then okay. If it means that you're friends with your twin, okay. If it means that it's not really friendship, but it's something else, okay. You be you. You always be you with that person. You stay in your energy at all time. You hold your frequency at all time. And what if that person never comes into vibrational frequency in that aspect of their lives? Because that's what Gabrielle and I are going to talk about today, is how all we're here to do is in all areas of our lives be in our frequency. And so what if your twin never steps into, what if they have everything else in their life right, but that part of their life they just never step into frequency? Okay, you go on being you. A mirror is the most powerful tool we have for healing, for improving ourselves. Energetically, it is how we do things exponentially. That is why the universe created co-creation. Is first it duplicated itself and found that didn't do it. And then there was the division into twin flame, and it found that just putting them back together wasn't the answer either. That just co-creating wasn't the answer. That it has to be an exponential relationship where there is another dimension formed, and we continue with expansion. We continue growing. That it's not just reflecting back. And so, but by the reflecting back, that's how we exponentially do it. So as twin flame, we have to understand that the mirroring is how we are able to exponentially grow in this lifetime. So if your twin never steps into the energy of understanding that, it doesn't mean that your twin can't become an exponentially amazing energetic being. But there are going to be aspects that they're going to miss. And yes, because that energy did not interplay with yours as designed, it is going to cause there to be aspects that you're not going to get to either. But we are so vast. And the fact that you have this energetic understanding, you can use your expansiveness, and you're still whole and complete in and of yourself. You have to be that anyway. You're in your complete frequency of yourself. And you let the twin go on. And if they never step into frequency with you, you find the way, you find the filter so that that doesn't hurt. So that you can be expansive in every other area of your life. And you can go on. And if at some point that changes for them, maybe you'll be at a point where that will work. Or maybe they've missed the energetic bandwidth on your timeline for that. You can't hold up your timeline though. But you do follow your guidance on that. Your higher self, the light that is not in this body but is up above you, can see what your timeline is and will guide you on that. And will say, this is what we do today. This is how we handle this in this moment. Yes, be in touch. Yes, do this. Yes, do that. Yes, be open to this. Yes, be open to that. And it will also tell you when, no, we're done. We have no more energetic bandwidth on our timeline at this point in time to do this. We're not getting a response, or this person is not in alignment, or whatever the situation. And you stay in your frequency, you hold it. But to do all of this, you have to know your own energy. You have to clear your energy before and after every interaction, including a telephone call, including being inside a grocery store, including going for a walk and all the people who pass you. We have to have filters in place so that what's coming in, we get the purity. We get the white light. We don't get the, as a friend and I came to understand, free radicals has a whole new meaning to us. You don't get the free radicals. You don't get the fragmented energy that is not at the vibrational frequency it should be. Because free radicals are what age us to begin with. In the way the scientific world now explains it. Yes, they are. It is the energies that are not in the right frequency that cause this body to age when it's not supposed to, really. It's supposed to stay healthy. So we have an indefinite timeline to get all of this in. Because you see, this is what Gabrielle and I are going to talk about today. Our light body has infinite energy. That is abundance. People want to talk about abundance. That's true abundance. It's understanding that you have an abundance of energy. It's your light body. But what you don't have is an abundance of time. You know how I'm always harping on how they're always saying time is an illusion. Not in this plane of existence. We have 24 hours in a day. And right now, we have lived in a way that we have shortened our lifespan. So our flow this way, even if we've gotten it going, even if we're letting the energy in, we have our abundance of energy. We don't have abundance for flow this way, our timeline. We only have so much time. Now that's going to expand. The more we let the flow in this way and we understand how to manage that energy and we shut down those free radicals, and we do that by mirroring and then having exponential relationships, third dimensional relationships, 1 + 1 = 3, every relationship being that, so that we are growing constantly exponentially. Relationships should allow us to expand. That's what relationships are for. Not to hold us back, but expand. And relationships, a healthy relationship is expansion together. That's a healthy relationship. Now, some relationships are about expansion to the point that you go your separate ways at some point, and some relationships are expansiveness together forever and ever and ever and ever. Twin flames are designed to expand together forever because they are the same energy. But until we get to the point that we have understand how to manage this energy, and we have not damaged this physical body that we have, so that it can last the amount of time for infinite flow. Just like this is abundant energy, infinite, so this can be infinite as well. We have to deal with the fact that yes, time is very real here, and we have to use the energy we have within the energetic bandwidth we have, 24 hours in a day and X amount of years in a life. So whatever relationship you're talking about, a job that you have that the relationship isn't working for you, your child that the relationship, they're belligerent, they don't respond to you, whatever. And I'm not talking about a young child, I'm talking about an adult child. Of course, you don't do this with a young child. I'm talking about an adult child. Your other family members, your best friend for life suddenly becomes in a different energy or whatever. You examine all relationships this way. This is how we handle relationship. This is the design of our relationship with the universe. Everything is about the macro, the universal, to the micro. You see, we have the universal plan, the collective plan, the collective story. Then we have our individual energy, how our story fits into that. And it has to be in synchronicity with it. So everyone has what they're supposed to have, and we have what we're supposed to have. And then we have what our ego is telling us is our individual story. And we have to always get the ego integrated with our full light body. So it is integrated with what our light body knows the story is. So instead of 3 different plans going, we have a synchronistic plan, so that the micro, us, is in sync with the macro. That is what we are doing here. And then we're syncing up the whole freaking cosmos with this, folks. And yes, Twin Flame is meant to lead the way. And yes, mirroring one another is how we heal everything. Because when you look in a mirror, that's how you know what you need to do. But if there's no mirror around, you find another way. You find your own mirror. You pull up your cell phone. You look in your glasses. You find another way to look at yourself. When the mirror that is by design meant to be your mirror isn't around, we're expansive beings. We work around it. So that's what Gabrielle and I are going to be talking about today, is this kind of stuff and more. Because everything Twin Flame applies to everyone. And what applies to everyone applies to Twin Flame. The journey is the same. It's just Twin Flame is here to lead the way. See you all soon.